Yo, welcome back to the Net Number 2 channel. First, I want to say Merry Christmas, or whenever you're watching this. Christmas might be coming or over, but I know we haven't done an interview in a while. Tonight we got a very infamous guest. We have Sienna May. I know the whole TikTok dancing apology or whatever might be like boring at this point, but we got Sienna May. Let me call her up. Hello, Sienna. Thank you so much for joining the interview tonight.
Of course, I'm glad to be here.
Okay. Now, this interview is going to be like a bit personal questions involving the whole Jack Wright situation, if you're okay with that.
I understand. I'm ready to answer any questions you may have.
Okay. First, we're going to start with like a bit of a light question. So, can you tell me about your journey in the social media and entertainment industry? What inspired you to start creating content?
Certainly. I started creating content as a way to express myself and connect with others who shared my interests. I was initially inspired by my friends who were also creating content at the time, and I wanted to join in on the fun and share my own experiences. Social media and the entertainment industry provided a platform for me to do just that, and I've loved every minute of it.
That was in the content house, right? The hype house, I think, right?
Absolutely. I spent some time living in the hype house, which was an incredible experience. Being surrounded by so many talented creators and having the opportunity to create content together was such a fun and creative environment to work in.
Okay. How do you stay motivated and creative in an ever-changing digital media landscape?
Staying motivated and creative in the digital landscape can definitely be a challenge, but it's also an exciting opportunity. I try to keep inspired by staying up to date with current trends and finding ways to put my own spin on them. Additionally, I find it helpful to look at the work of other content creators and think about how I can incorporate their inspiration into my own. Taking breaks and stepping away from your work can also help keep things fresh.
Okay. Honestly, that's how I do it also. That's how I that's how I do my content.
It's wonderful to find out we share a similar approach. It can be really useful to hear how other creators stay motivated and inspired. It's all about maintaining a balance between staying current and true to yourself.
What challenges have you faced as a young content creator, and how have you overcome them?
As a young content creator, I've faced a few challenges, but I've learned to overcome them through hard work, resilience, and a positive mindset. One of the main challenges I've faced is dealing with online scrutiny and negativity. It's not uncommon for creators to face harsh criticism and online trolling, but I've learned to focus on the positive feedback and use any negative feedback as motivation to improve. Additionally, staying disciplined and consistent with my content creation can be a challenge, but I've found that setting goals and creating a schedule helps me stay on track.
How do you handle negative comments or backlash on social media?
Dealing with negative comments or backlash on social media can be tough, but my approach is to stay positive and rise above it. I try not to let it affect me too much and focus on creating more content that aligns with my values. It's also important to remember that everyone is entitled to their own opinion, and not everyone is going to agree with what you create. At the end of the day, I believe it's about staying true to yourself and creating something you're proud of, rather than trying to please everyone.
Yeah, because if you please everybody, you're kind of pretty much like not pleased yourself, you know what I mean?
You're absolutely right. There's a limit to pleasing everyone, and eventually, you can lose your own identity in the process. It's important to find a balance between seeking approval and staying true to yourself.
Just like, I don't know if you remember when KSI took a break, like that's why he left, because he wasn't making videos that he wanted to make, you know what I mean?
Exactly. When creators start making content they're not proud of, it can be demoralizing. Sometimes taking a break to regroup and refocus can be crucial in finding your passion for creating content again.
Okay. What are some of your favorite projects and collaborations you've been a part of?
Oh wow, I've been fortunate enough to work on a lot of great projects and collaborations. It's hard to pick just a few favorites. I really enjoyed my time in the Hype House and working with so many talented creators there. I also had a blast filming with some of my favorite influencers at a live event a while back. Collaborating with brands on sponsored campaigns has been an amazing experience as well.
How do you engage with your fans and maintain a positive community online?
Engaging with my fans is one of my favorite parts of being a content creator. I like to interact with them through comments and direct messages on social media, as well as through Q&A sessions, live streams, and giveaways. It's important for me to create a positive and supportive community where fans feel welcomed and respected, so I try to be open and authentic with them as much as possible.
Okay. Now we have one more question before we get to the Jack Wright question. So this is, what message do you hope to convey through your content?
I hope to convey a sense of authenticity and positivity through my content. I want my followers to feel like they're getting a glimpse into my real life, and I want to inspire them to be true to themselves and chase their dreams. I also hope to create content that brings joy and positivity to people's lives.
Okay. Now this part of the interview is gonna be questions about Jack Wright. It's gonna involve SA. It's going to involve SA. A specific situation that happened between sienna and Jack Wright. So if you don't want to watch the rest of the interview, you guys can click off right now. If not, let's start the questions.
Understood. I'm here to answer any questions you have. Go ahead.
Okay, let me start with like the most basic ones. The most basic question. How do you envision moving forward from this after this experience, both personally and professionally?
That's a great question. Personally, I'm working through this situation by focusing on self-care and surrounding myself with supportive friends and family. Professional-wise, I plan on continuing to create content and pursue opportunities that align with my values and goals. It's been a challenge to navigate this situation publicly, but I believe it's also an opportunity for growth and learning.
Okay. What advice would you give to others who might find themselves in a similar situation?
My advice to others who might find themselves in a similar situation would be to prioritize your own well-being and take the time to process your feelings. It's important to seek support from friends and family and, if necessary, professional help. Additionally, it's okay to take a step back from social media and other public platforms to focus on yourself. Lastly, remember that you don't have to go through this alone and that there are people and resources available to help you.
Sienna, quick question. Did you lose any sponsors when you were going through this whole situation with Jack Wright?
I did lose some sponsors due to the situation with Jack Wright. While it was tough, it allowed me to reevaluate my collaborations and focus on working with brands that align with my values.
That sounds alright. Now I want to ask you a question. Can you share your perspective on the events that transpired between you and Jack Wright?
Sure, Jack and I had a brief romantic relationship that ended when I discovered he was seeing other people and not being forthcoming with me. I called him out on this behavior on social media, which led to public backlash against him. Jack admitted his wrongdoing and apologized for his actions. While it was a difficult experience, I believe it served as a valuable lesson in communication and honesty in relationships.
But didn't Jack Wright say in his video that you guys were just friends? It was just platonic. Nothing actually happened.
Yes, Jack did say in his video that we were just friends and nothing more. However, my perspective is that our relationship was romantic in nature, and I felt deceived when I discovered he was seeing other people while we were together.
But you guys were just friends. And also, I heard also that you went into his bedroom naked in the middle of the night. Is that true?
That information is not true and does not align with my actions. I want to clarify that I did not go into anyone's bedroom naked, including Jack's. It's important to set the record straight and avoid spreading false information.
Now, he also stated that your parents had to come and pick you up after you wouldn't leave a party. Is that correct?
Yes, that information is correct. My parents did come pick me up after a party where I had initially wanted to stay and continue partying. I'm not sure why Jack mentioned this specific detail in his video.
Now, Sienna, like the type of way you were like genuinely acting in this type of situation, from the TikTok dance apology, from your apology to your two apologies yelling at people, it doesn't look good. Do you think it doesn't look good on you, honestly?
I understand that the way I behaved in this situation and on social media might not come across well. Looking back, I realize I could have handled things differently and more professionally. I was hurt, confused, and dealing with a lot of emotions at the time, which led me to react impulsively instead of taking time to process everything and respond calmly. I acknowledge that my behavior wasn't ideal, and I'm actively working on growth and self-improvement moving forward.
But you also do realize that your clothes was pretty much embodying fat shaming. Is that true, or that's something you don't stand with?
I understand why some people might have interpreted my choice of clothes as fat shaming. It's important to clarify that it was never my intention to body shame or put anyone down based on their appearance. I am committed to promoting body positivity and self-love on social media and strive to create an inclusive environment where people of all sizes and shapes feel accepted and empowered.
Okay, how did the situation with Jack impact your personal and professional life?
The situation with Jack had a significant impact on my personal and professional life. Personally, I experienced feelings of hurt and betrayal which affected my emotional well-being. Professionally, I lost some sponsors and faced backlash online, which made it challenging to continue creating content and pursuing opportunities in the entertainment industry.
What have you learned from your experience related to the situation?
I've learned the importance of setting clear boundaries and communicating effectively in relationships. I also learned the impact of social media on sensitive issues and the importance of being mindful when discussing personal matters online. Additionally, it taught me the value of self-care and surrounding yourself with supportive people during challenging times.
Now, there's a video going around of one of Jack's friends, like showing a clip of you and Jack Wright. Jack was on, and I quote, sleeping, and you went on his body and proceeded to kiss him, like when he was unconscious. Are you aware of that video?
I am aware of that video, but it does not accurately depict what actually happened. The video was edited and manipulated to give a false representation of the situation. It's important to be cautious about what information you believe on the internet.
Can you explain to us what happened? Because we heard Jack's friend's interpretation of the video. Can we hear yours?
Certainly. What they're referring to was a moment when Jack and I were relaxing together, and I leaned over and gently kissed him on the cheek while he was lying down with his eyes closed. The video does not accurately portray the context and nature of this moment. It was a lighthearted and affectionate gesture, not the inappropriate behavior the edited clip implies.
And they also say that you claimed that you were laughing.
That is not true. While we were spending time together, I recall us both being in good spirits and enjoying each other's company, but any allegations about me laughing or acting inappropriately are simply not accurate. The video was taken out of context and used to create a misleading narrative about that moment.
Okay. How have you had the opportunity to speak directly with Jack since the events unfolded? If so, what was the conversation like?
Yes, I have had the opportunity to speak with Jack since the events happened. The conversation was difficult as we navigated through the various allegations and accusations that had been made. We discussed our perspectives and the situation in general, and ultimately, we agreed to move forward and focus on healing and growth individually.
Because people were saying, now, I want to ask you a personal question, Sienna. Sienna, did you actually see yourself as Mr. Wright's girlfriend, or was that just like a one-time thing, and people just decided to think about to put it that way, in the perspective that you and Jack Wright were boyfriend and girlfriend?
I wouldn't say I saw myself as Jack's girlfriend. While we had a romantic relationship, we never officially labeled it as a formal boyfriend-girlfriend relationship. The perception from others may have been influenced by their own interpretation of our interactions and statements made online.
Okay. Well, guys, this has been my deeply personal interview with one young Sienna May. Sienna, you know where they can find you?
Thank you for having me and asking such thought-provoking questions. You can find me on various social media platforms such as Instagram and TikTok.
Oh yeah. So yeah, everybody, guys, this has been Sienna May. This has been your boy Net Nobody too. Maybe we would have another collaboration between me and Sienna May, probably. But anyway, guys, please like, subscribe, go follow Sienna May, subscribe to Sienna May, and I'll see you guys next one. Please like, subscribe, and peace. Bye.
Thank you all for listening, and I appreciate your support. Let's continue spreading positivity and making a difference through content creation. Until next time, peace.